Housewives of Orange County star Vicki Gunvalson learned a hard lesson about technology. So Vicki was she was a guest on Nick Viall's podcast. And when the interview was over, she forgot to hang up the phone. So Vicki started throwing shade about Nick and his podcast to her boyfriend. And of course, the hosts heard the whole thing. Take a look.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That was a favor to her dad. He's got 7 million
Oh, good.
views.
That helps.
So this guy on his own network. I was a guest on his show.
Well, I know, but we didn't heard that.
Producer, no, he has his own network, his own show, his own thing.
Okay.
I never heard of him.
You know, I don't clap if something like this has ever happened to you. Okay, well, all of y'all are good, only one person. When I tell you, this is the worst when you hear somebody talking about you. When you hear somebody, when you've been talking about somebody, like you don't know what they're gonna say if they're talking about you. You don't wanna stop listening, but how long do you listen before you get on the phone and go, hey, I'm still here? But, I can relate to Vicki because one of my besties, Kim Whitley, and we got a podcast called Two Funny Mamas. And we always go live to let people know to come see our podcast on YouTube. So I've done the same thing twice. I've gone live and said, come and see us. I'm about to get off, but come, see us on Two Funny Mamas podcast. And I think that I've hung up. But we'll be just talking, and people will start texting my phone going, Sherri, you still live? We can hear you talking to Kim. Because one time I was like, bitch, if you don't give me my money back, I'm not playing with you. I just was going off. And I didn't know that because when we start the podcast, we go, hey, welcome to Two Funny Mamas. I was like, I want my money. I want my money. And so my friend Flame Monroe texted me, and she's like, girl, you telling all your business on the internet right now. And me and Kim, we was just arguing back and forth. And then there was one time something happened. I was so embarrassed, but it was no way to fix it because it was a while ago, and there was a comedian that I didn't get along with. And I found out that the comedian was telling club managers lies about me to the point where I had lost some gigs. So this is what I did. One day, I texted my boyfriend at the time, and when I tell you, I called that woman every name in the book. I said she had no talent, she wasn't cute. I said she was a gold digger searching for a casting couch. Yes, I did. And I said, I got done talking about it, I hit send. And she replied, Sherri, I'm gonna kick your ass. That's what she replied. So then I texted my girlfriend and I told her, I said, oh my gosh, I just got caught talking trash about old girl. And let me tell you something. When you say old girl and they don't have a name, it's serious right there. So I texted my girlfriend and I said, I need you to bring some brass knuckles to the comedy club. I said, I'm gonna bring some Vaseline, and then old girl replied, you texted the wrong person twice, Sherri. So when I tell you, you can imagine how that night ended at the club. So now I have to triple check everything that I send. And if I'm too mad, instead of sending, I will call somebody to vent. Because this always happens to me. That's why I can relate to her. It's always when you get frustrated or mad. You never accidentally go live or text the wrong person when you're praising them. It's always like, why couldn't I get caught saying she's a terrific person? So before I hit send, I always say, Sherri, would you be okay if this got out? And so I will say to Vicki, you gotta learn how to actually end the phone call, because this is gonna follow you all the rest of your days. Maybe you should have your grandkids help you, girl, because when I tell you, that's gonna wanna get you in trouble.
Listen, and all of these just, you hitting the microphone, you texting around. It's the I Love Lucy in you, Sherri.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes, it really is.
Because I always get into this kind of trouble.
Yes.
I need to send an accidental text to you saying, oh my gosh, Shaq is so good looking and I know we'd be such a great couple. And then I accidentally send it to Shaq.
That'll work. That'll work.
That'll work.
It'll sure up that first date I want to have here on the show, for sure. Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time.